Hi everyone, this is Clarissa. Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and this is Alone But Not Lonely, a Living Alone vlog. If you're new to the channel, I aspire to foster connection through my personal experiences, vulnerability, and transparency. YouTube is not my full-time job. I actually have a traditional 9 to 5, and YouTube's just what I do on the side. It's really a passion project of mine, so I'm going to be sharing what it's like to just be a normal 25-year-old living on her own. Right now I'm getting ready for church. I've been living on my own for about 2 years now. I've always known that I wanted to live alone, just me, a place of my own, a dog, and a good job. That's really what was my dream for the longest time, and really what I've been working for, all the moments up until I was able to do that for myself. One thing that I realized about myself that I actually found is not a common experience for most people is that I actually like being alone. I feel most at peace, most relaxed, and free to be my truest self when I'm alone. Of course, I have the family members and friends who still can't understand how I manage to live alone and not get lonely. And for me, it comes down to what I value. After a lot of inner work, introspection, and just analyzing how I grew up as a person and where my motives were as I grew up, I realized that the times in my life where I felt the loneliest were actually times where I felt misunderstood and out of place. You can cohabitat and surround yourself with as many people as you'd like, but if those people don't know who you truly are or care for you, those relationships will take from you. If you don't like who you are, the person you're pretending to be will also constantly take from you. That was a difficult lesson for me to learn, but I'm glad I learned it kind of early. We're made to think that being alone is the worst thing we can be. But in reality, not honoring who you truly are can be very detrimental to your development, your happiness, and affect your ability to create meaningful relationships. Living alone is a great way to put discipline into practice. It teaches a level of responsibility that's truly unique to this experience. You are responsible for every aspect of your life. Your schedule, the energy you bring into your space, the physical state of your living space. It's all up to you to create, maintain, and foster. Gone are the days of your mother doing your laundry, and gone are the days of being able to blame someone else for there being dishes in the sink. It wasn't your roommate. You don't have one. The idea of that can absolutely be overwhelming at times, especially if you've never lived on your own. You may have an idea of how it could go, how you'd want to structure your days, have a daily routine, etc. But you really won't know how you'll be until you do it and really get to know yourself in the process. What's helped me in my case for the last 2 years is actually becoming less compulsive and strict about how I want to live my life. With the help of great people in my life, I've learned to incorporate going with the flow, creating less rules for myself, and giving myself grace when I fall short of my expectations. One thing that I considered a really big blessing for me early on, as soon as I moved out, was the fact that I can bring food into my house and put food into my body that's really my choice. Coming from someone who struggled with disordered eating for a really long time, it's been really freeing and really healing to be able to have full control of what I put into my body. I'm able to make food with my own hands, try new recipes, and it's not that I couldn't do this in the past, but sometimes you just have limited options. Depending on what season of life you're in, it's not always possible for you to have access to food that's good for your body or have the time to cook for yourself. So living alone has really afforded me what I consider those luxuries. And after a nice little morning, I am now on my way to church. Here is me on my way out. And here's me coming right back after service. I actually have dance this afternoon, so I changed into my little hip hop outfit and realized that I didn't drink any water today, so naturally I went to grab my disco ball to fill it with some water. I really don't like to jam pack my days just for the sake of being busy, especially not on a Sunday. I really value my rest and recharge moments, so that's why I decided to take a quick power nap on the couch instead of put my clean laundry away that is all over the couch. Luna understands this is a normal occurrence. And now it's time to go off to dance class. I just want to give a little disclaimer that we do not learn the same routine every single week. We learn one routine in 30 minutes of the class, and then in about the last 15 minutes, we do it a bunch of times over again. You can record yourself and just have fun. That's what we're all there for. And we're back home. I showered, washed my hair because I'm actually getting ready to take myself out on a little date. You might hear this from a lot of introverts who live alone, but it is true. If we don't take ourselves out, we will likely never leave the house because we love being homebodies. Personally, it doesn't bother me too much. I don't really have to push myself to get out of the house because I do like a great frolic. Like, I do like to go out to stores and just touch everything, even if I'm not buying a ton of stuff. So I do get my fix there. My social battery, even when I go out by myself, runs extremely low pretty fast. So now I'm just getting ready to take myself out for a little ramen, going to a new place, and probably some bubble tea as well. I like to dress up to make myself feel special, and it's just like a very healthy thing for you to do for yourself. I do have to be honest, this is my first time getting ramen. It's not that I never had the opportunity before, but I felt like a lot of the ramen places I was considering going to previously and, years past, they just did not look convincing. They didn't look like real, authentic ramen. It looked kind of just like not great. And I knew that I would like ramen, so I didn't want to take a chance on basically subpar ramen. Now I'm actually going to Walmart to get Luna some little maxi pads because she's wearing this diaper because she's in heat. Just want everyone to know I do like to dress her up sometimes, but the diapers because she's in heat. Poor little baby. So now that I'm back with a full belly, naturally I am forced to face all of my responsibilities that I skipped out on for the whole day. I put my ramen away, and now I'm gonna actually take a rest to muster up the courage to put away all of my clean laundry. Luna decided that she wanted to dip her head into what was left of my bubble tea. I'll show you the cup in a second. Look at this girl. Now that I'm finally getting to my laundry, it's actually a perfect example of the times that I get to sit in my own presence regularly. Living alone gives me time to decompress and process my day, my conflicts, my feelings, all on my own. It gives me the freedom to sit in my own presence, grow, without any distractions or outside influence from other people. An interesting component that I have in my life in addition to living alone is that I'm actually in a long-distance relationship. My boyfriend and I have not always been in a long-distance relationship. We actually lived pretty close to each other for the whole first year that we were dating. But for the past 2+ years, we've been quite a distance away from each other, living on our own, respectively. Long-distance relationships get a really bad rap, and rightly so, as they can be pretty challenging. LJ and I are currently a few hours apart by car ride, but we make sure to connect as much as we possibly can during the times that we're away from each other. Being that we both live on our own, we share a lot of the same appreciations and feelings towards things like valuing our space, our peace, and our healing. As a couple, we did make the conscious decision to live separately instead of together. Not only does the decision align with our values, but living separately allows us to learn ourselves as people before coming together as one. After all of the great moral support that I got on FaceTime, I am finally coming up on finishing my laundry. Sometimes it really be like that, I can't lie. Sometimes you just don't get to things, and that's expected, and you just gotta be kind to yourself about it sometimes, you know? You tried your best, you're getting it done. Now I'm just finishing off the day with some good old skincare. If it wasn't obvious, a great hack to living alone is to get a pet. Luna is clearly telling me that it's time to go to sleep. She really keeps me accountable. Good night from me and Lou. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next one.